outside, Corbin, Christian, and Trey. And there was like 8 people there and a dog, so this is a little different. So bear with me and try it. All right.
You got this.
But I'm not up here to talk about myself. I'm up here to talk about one of my best friends, one of the best people that ever happened to me. And I actually scrolled some notes on my phone because I want to be cool like Greg. And when I grow up, I want to be as cool as Greg, so I did the same thing. So, Corbin, he was born June 11th. I forget what year, but he would have been 28 this year. He was born in Tijuana, Mexico. And the day he was born, his mother, Karen DiPiazza, adopted him and brought him back to the United States. He was her everything. Everything. She breathed him, she still does. But Colorado, I can't remember exactly where they moved first. It was either California or Colorado, but his soul was in Colorado. That is where he belonged. And he had plans to move back to Colorado, Denver. He was so stoked about it. He would not shut up about it. It's great. Because I was like, man, I want to go to Denver. You make me want to go. Like, come on. He chased all of his passions so vigorously. He was in the radio. He loved radio. He was a ham radio operator. He loved broadcasting. He wanted to create his own radio station. Like, he was in the process of looking at pricings for licensing and all that stuff. He was going to go for it. And we had that conversation maybe 2 weeks before we left. One time, he texted me at 2:30 in the morning and was like, hey, there's storms out west. Let's go get them. And I look at the clock and I'm like, it's 2:30. Let's do it. So we did. And we ended up way out of like Cotton Lane in the 303. Ran into Mike Obinski out there. We blamed Mike when the lightning stopped happening because it did, like right as he got there. So that was his fault. It was a good night. We named the storm Chad because numbered cells on radar scope are boring, so there's Chad. And Chad produced a lot of lightning that night. We talked about life, our families, our pasts, really connected. We had cheeseburgers at like 4 in the morning. It was great. There was the other time on a chase down here where Corbin forgot to put his brand new Jeep in park. And we watched as this beautiful black Jeep Patriot rolled down a hill and obliterated a bush and stopped just short of a fence. And Corbin's dash cam was on at that time. And we hear Trey in the background go, Corbin! That became our battle cry for like the next 2 years. We just yell Corbin randomly. It's great. And then there was my first ever planes trip. And he was there. That 17 days I spent on the Great Plains for the first time, like I always dreamed of as a child. He was there for every single moment. And I will never forget that. So, I want to show you guys a video that I picked, not at all because of what you see in it. You hardly see anything. Like, you get some glimpses of some really sweet structure, but it's what you hear. It's the passion in his voice, the excitement. He was by himself at like 1 in the morning in this middle of nowhere street in Jal, New Mexico, all the way to Orla, Texas. And he was so stoked about this chase and it had gone so bad, but then this was the final night he was out there. And you can just hear it. Do the thing.
There's something on the ground, guys, right in front of me. Huge power flashes, huge explosions right in front of me. Oh my goodness. Easily 20 power flashes right in front of me. There we go again, there's more right there. I think it's, oh my God, I think it's on the ground.
Mild language warning.
There you go, oh shit. It's crossing the road. There we go again, there we go again. Oh my God. I don't know, it's in the same spot. Maybe it's just, oh God, there could be something. I could be right on the heels of this thing. Could be just really strong straight line. There we go again, there we go again. Huge power flashes. careful, there's any power lines down up here. There we go, more power flashes. More. So I lost it in the move. But look at that structure. Oh my goodness.
He was so stoked.
This is insane. This structure is absolutely unreal right now. I know I keep saying this, I'm going to regret not having a good camera after this night.
I always used to make fun of him for not being a
chasing this
photographer.
storm coming out here to Texas. That is incredible. Look at that structure. Absolutely insane. That is oh my, I can't even get over this right now.
I think that's it. So that was just a glimpse of who he was and how I thought I really liked weather. And then I met this dude, and I met Christian, and I met Trey, and all of us were a bunch of weirdos, just in this little flock of weird, just chasing all the time. It was great. And then came March 28th, 2017. I was 5 months pregnant. Corbin went out to Texas to chase this really boring looking setup that all of us were like, whatever, man, have fun. The last thing I said to him was, I'll be living vicariously through you today, man. And there's details missing from a lot of that day. But there was a Twitter thing that went around Facebook real quick of Kat Petrowski that said, I'm on the scene of a triple fatal accident involving 2 storm chasers. And I was like, 2 storm chasers? I look at radar scope and Corbin's dot is nowhere to be found. And I'm like, I don't know, huh. And then it comes out that it was Kelly Williamson and Randy Arnold. And I'm like, all right, okay, 2 storm chasers, we're good, Corbin's fine. But he's still not answering anything. Won't answer any calls, won't answer any texts. I call his mom and I'm like, hey, have you heard from Corbin? Just, oh. And I'm like, oh, I'll call you back. Long story short, I got a hold of Mike Obinski. He was out there as well. And I was like, Mike, Corbin's not answering his phone. His dot is right there by Kelly's. You need to go see what's happening. Like, is he there helping? What is going on? 20 minutes later, I get a photo of Corbin's Jeep. The engine was sheared off. He was hit so hard. And Mike just said 2 words, it's him. And I had to call his mother. I had to tell this woman that her baby boy, her one and only, her heart and soul, was not coming home. And I will never forget that phone call. Because there's no sound that I can describe to compare to a mother who just lost her child. Nothing. And what did he die for? Kelly Williamson had a nasty habit of running stop signs. In fact, he ran 3 in the 20 minutes before he hit Corbin and killed him. He was 1 point away from losing his license. He was just that kind of driver, and everyone knew it. That was the irony. Like, all of us were like, man, Kelly's gonna kill somebody someday. We just didn't know that somebody was gonna be one of our best friends. Dang it, going my notes. Karen currently has his ashes, his mother. We've been talking about what to do with them, because she's like, he just can't hang out in my closet forever. And I'm like, I don't know, it's dark in there, he might have liked it. But we're talking about throwing them into the rear inflow jet of a tornado in Colorado. That's what we're thinking about doing, so that was cool. But you guys, there is no ratings, no contract, no shot, nothing that is worth this. There is nothing that you can get out there that's worth running stop signs for.
Right.
worth running red lights, parking in the middle of the road, in the middle of a four-way intersection like I saw this year with all four doors open. It's insane. Just, I know that people saying, be safe out there, is not going to change a lot, but I can try my best. Because Corbin would kick my butt if I stopped chasing, or if anybody stopped chasing. That's not what he would want, but he would want you to stop and think and go, okay, so it doesn't look like there's anybody coming, but it's a two-way stop, I need to stop. You know, you don't want to be the one who makes that phone call to somebody's mother to tell them that they're gone. And the media circus that ensues afterwards. You don't want to be that person, but even worse, you don't want to be the person whose mom gets the call, or whose wife gets the call, or whose child, whose life partner, whose next of kin. You don't want them to scream for that. You don't want them to drop the phone. You have them to come home to. So please, please come home. Go out there this year, shoot lightning, kick some butt, get the best shots you've ever got in your life. Because that is definitely what Corbin would want. Like, he'd been like, yeah, do it. He always did that with me. He was like, yeah. He was my cheerleader, like, all the time. And you'd go out there, have an incredible year, and most importantly, be smart about it. Thank you.
All right.